This video reviews how to apply the HLOOKUP function to an Excel workbook using the Python library OpenPyXL. In this document, you can see 5 columns of food, each color-coded, with the color written out beneath it. Row 5 contains the exact same data but is organized in a different way. Let's take a look at the HLOOKUP function as if I was to write it into Excel directly. The first argument of the function is the lookup value. This is the value that I am searching for elsewhere in the document. For this cell, the lookup value is A5. The second argument is the table array. The table array is the full set of data that contains both the lookup value and the value that I am trying to return. For this example, it is rows 1 and 2. The row index number is the third argument, and it is the row of the table that contains the value I would like to return. The HLOOKUP function counts from top to bottom, with the topmost row being number 1, and each row below it iterating up one at a time. For our case, the row of the table that contains our data is row 2. The final argument is whether or not we would like to return an exact match. For our case, we do. This is indicated by us passing a 0. And here we can see that we are getting red returned. Let me go ahead and delete this row now, and I will use Python to return that function to that cell and then show you how to do it with a for loop. Here I am bringing in the workbook as WB, and I'm selecting the worksheet as WS. Below, I will be saving the work in this cell. I will start by bringing over the function as it was just displayed to you. Here we can see that I am assigning cell A6 of the document the same HLOOKUP function that I just demonstrated. To show this works, I will quickly execute the cell, save the document, and reopen the workbook. And here we can see red has returned back to cell A6. Let me delete it one more time, and I will show you how to apply that formula to every single column underneath our food. To do that, I will bring over some code that I have written in advance and explain in detail how this works. I start off by importing the getColumnLetter function from the utils module of OpenPyXL. This will allow me to input the column letter based on a number that I pass to it. For more information on this specific function, click on the link above or check out the link in the descriptions below for a video where I explain this specific function in detail. What I need to accomplish in this for loop is to apply the HLOOKUP formula to a collection of columns. I use column number as the variable that is iterating up through a range. This number I will be converting into the column letter in the for loop. I start with the number 1 and use the max column attribute of the worksheet to designate when the for loop should stop. I add 1 to that last number because the range function does not include the second number within the loop. So if I want to loop from 1 to 5, which represents the range of cells that I have to state that we need to loop in a range 1 through 6. Using the max column attribute ensures that the loop exits once there are no more columns of data. Within the for loop, I assign the column letter variable the letter I obtain from passing the getColumnLetter function the current column number. I am selecting each column as they iterate up one by one and making sure my HLOOKUP value is also increasing so that the column of row 6 matches the lookup value in row 1. The rest of the HLOOKUP function remains the same. Let's execute this cell. I will save the document and reopen the workbook. And here you can see the HLOOKUP function has been applied correctly to each column, returning the correct color for each food. So it is quite easy. All you need to do is write out the HLOOKUP function and make sure the lookup value is searching for the correct value as you iterate through a loop. The only added bit of logic you need is the conversion from column number to column letter. Thank you for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Let me know in the comments if it was helpful and what other videos you would like to see reviewed in OpenPyXL or Python. And please do subscribe so that you can know when the next video is released.